The Reversal of Fortune. In a quiet office building nestled in downtown Chicago, Gregory Matthews prided himself on his success as the CEO of a mid-sized tech company. His reputation was built on sharp decision-making, a cold approach to business, and an unquestionable sense of superiority. However, there was one flaw that Gregory, like many, had never fully confronted: his deeply ingrained racial prejudice. To him, success in the workplace was often intertwined with an unspoken idea of who belonged and who didn't. One of his employees, a talented software developer named Maya Thompson, had been with the company for 2 years. She was brilliant, hardworking, and always willing to take on the most challenging projects. Gregory, however, could never quite shake off his bias against her. Maya, a black woman in a predominantly white industry, often felt like she had to prove herself twice as much as others just to get the same recognition. Gregory, blind to her potential, saw her as just another diversity hire. One day, Maya was called into Gregory's office. The words came quickly, like a slap to the face. "We're going in a different direction," Gregory said, his voice devoid of empathy. "I think it's best if you look for new opportunities." Maya's heart sank, but she held her composure. She didn't let him see the tears that were forming behind her eyes. After a few short exchanges, she was escorted out of the office, her personal belongings packed into a box. As the weeks went by, Maya struggled but didn't give up. She enrolled in business school, continued to hone her technical skills, and built a network of like-minded professionals who saw her for who she truly was: capable, intelligent, and driven. A year later, she joined a rapidly growing tech startup and quickly climbed the ranks, proving herself time and time again. Her work became widely recognized, and her reputation spread throughout the industry. Fast forward 5 years. Gregory's company had fallen on hard times, burdened by poor leadership, a lack of innovation, and an increasingly toxic work culture. Desperate to turn things around, Gregory put out feelers for new talent, someone who could bring fresh ideas and leadership. What he didn't expect was a call from Maya, who had now become a major player in the industry. "Gregory, I'd like to discuss a business proposal with you," Maya said, her voice calm and confident. "I believe your company could greatly benefit from some strategic changes." Gregory, who hadn't thought about Maya in years, was stunned. "Maya Thompson? You're in a position to help me?" Maya smiled on the other end of the line. "I am. In fact, I'm interested in acquiring your company." Gregory laughed nervously, thinking it was some kind of joke. But as Maya outlined her vision for the company, her expertise, and the significant capital she had access to, the reality began to set in. Maya wasn't just offering a helping hand. She was there to take control. And she wasn't asking for permission. Months later, it happened. The deal went through. Maya, now the CEO of a rapidly growing tech conglomerate, found herself sitting across from Gregory in a sleek, modern boardroom. He was no longer the powerful man in charge, but rather a subordinate, sitting across from the woman he once underestimated. Maya's eyes met his, her expression calm but undeniably powerful. "Gregory," she said, her voice steady, "you fired me once, but now I'm in charge. I'm not here for revenge, but for growth. I believe in your potential, but you need to change. The future of this company rests on people like me, the people you once dismissed." Gregory swallowed hard, realizing that Maya wasn't just his former employee, she was his boss now. The irony of the situation wasn't lost on him. The world he had once tried to control had shifted, and he was left to reckon with his own ignorance. It wasn't easy for Gregory to accept his new reality, but over time, he learned to respect Maya. She brought fresh ideas, diversity, and an undeniable drive for excellence that transformed the company. The workforce became more inclusive. the culture more collaborative, and profits began to rise. Gregory, now humbled, worked alongside Maya, slowly shedding his old prejudices and learning from the very person he had once wronged. In the end, Gregory Matthews realized that success wasn't about holding on to power or dismissing those who were different. It was about growth, learning from your mistakes, and understanding that true leadership isn't about who you fire, it's about who you empower. And as Maya's company flourished under her leadership, Gregory found a kind of redemption, not in the power he once held, but in the way he learned to see people not as his subordinates, but as equals.